addicted to you. Visions of you. Come closer, 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 closer. Come closer, 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 closer. Visions of you. Intoxicated, I'm a waste, hoping I can drown the sorrows, but I love that bitter taste. I can't see straight. I'm hoping that I'll make it tomorrow, but right now I can't feel my face. I'm intoxicated, I'm a waste, hoping I can drown the sorrow, but I love that bitter taste. Visions of you. Come closer. Half past 9 and I can't see straight. I'm hoping that I'll make it tomorrow, but right now I can't feel my face. I'm intoxicated, I'm a waste, hoping I can drown the sorrows, but I love that bitter taste. Visions of you. Think about you a lot. I'm indecisive. Maybe it's all too late. Maybe I'm just done fighting. Maybe, oh, maybe I'm indecisive. Maybe it's all too late. Maybe I'm just done fighting. It's all too late. It's all too late. All too late. It's all too late. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm falling down. Maybe it's me in my head and I can't get it out. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm falling down. Lately it's hazy. Oh, I almost touched the ground. Touch the ground. Oh, I touched the ground. Touch the I can't seem to make up my mind about us. Make up this time for us. Make up my mind about us. Yeah, but believe me, I tried. I don't know why I couldn't make this work. But believe me, I tried. Now it's all too late. Now it's all too late. All too late. All too late. Oh, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm falling down. Maybe it's me in my head and I can't get it out. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm falling down. Lately it's hazy. Oh, I almost touched the ground. Close your eyes.
close your eyes.
When forever finally ends, all the promises are broken. No more fights to pick up the pieces. I left you with the parts of me I don't wanna see you again. Don't wanna write any more of our story, 'cause I know how it ends. When love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. I sleep better at night. When love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. But I'll sleep better when love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. I sleep better at night. I just keep crying when I hear your name. Kissing her just sparked a flame. I took you for granted, and you did the same. I wish I never said those things. Taking your love is mine to keep, 'cause now you're my biggest regret, and it's not even a secret. When love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. I sleep better at night. When love isn't
Hello and welcome back to TSCC Winter 2025. We are on the second day of Swiss. In fact, we only have 2 rounds of Swiss left. We're on to round 5 now, and we've got quite an interesting match, and a match that could be very influential for both these teams. We have Estonia versus Slovenia. Both these teams are on a 3-1 scoreline currently, so they've won 3 games and lost 1. And whichever one loses this is going to have a tough time trying to get into Division 1. Well, kind of the road is laid out for the other, shall we say. So, it's going to have a massive... Oh, sorry.
On the flip side, getting a win here is huge for the Div 1 bid.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I think these teams that... You look at some teams like, Denmark, Netherlands, probably England won. This Swiss state, it's almost a formality. Like, they're going to make Division 1. These are the teams where they've got a chance, but it's not going to be easy. And when they come up against each other, it's it becomes a hugely influential match for both teams. So I go into this not really knowing who this is gonna favor. As we get into warm up, we are starting off with the Estonian pick, I believe.
I think so, yes.
Yes, on track 11. Well, what did Slovenia pick? I accidentally closed page.
17.
17.
So a full dirt map. So that might suggest that another dirt map, which is this one. Well, although both teams picking predominantly dirt maps means that they are probably both pretty comfortable on both of those, as they share pretty similar style. The drift on 17 is a bit less forgiving than 111, I think. But they are pretty similar in nature.
Yeah, we could definitely get you get sometimes where if teams pick completely different maps, if one team picks, I don't know, 19, the full speed map, and another picks 24, they're both going to be 5-0 victories.
Yeah.
For whoever picked them. This time, I think there's a chance for both of them to win the other's map pick. When you're going to pick maps as similar as 11 and 17. So
Yeah, I feel like this can be a very, very close match.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that'll work in our favor, and shortly we will get underway. In fact, that little bing signals the end of warm-up, and we will get straight into round number 1 of Swiss Stage 5. We have Slovenia versus Estonia. Two countries fighting for a chance to get into Division 1. Starting with the Estonian map pick, as we see a big mistake from Talk to You Later. But the first of the Estonians fall to that. I'm gonna go with NHX.
Yeah.
There's too many X's and not enough vowels in that name to pronounce it. So, NHX falling down to 5th as well, but I think not really going to give Slovenia enough to work with as Hapax drives low 40.
No, Talk to You Later's mistake was a bit too big to capitalize on the fact that Nate's managed to snipe Marchielli in the end.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, coming in last gives your team a very, very little chance to win the round.
Yeah, especially if the opposition has a player who is going to go and win the round by 2 attempts. There's nothing you can do in the middle of a pack to make up for that. So, this time round, Manta makes an early mistake. I also hear another engine behind who is...
So, yeah,
belongs to Talk to You Later.
Also, yeah. So this is a very, very comfortable round for Estonia now.
Yeah. There is no real opportunity to mess this up. The end of this map is not... I'm going to be surprised to see the odd mistake, but you're not going to lose an ace over it. So, you see Estonia flying in formation, looking strong on their map pick here. The first round looked a little dodgy. I don't know if they got a bit lucky with Talk to You Later's crash, but that wasn't luck that round.
Definitely hoping that Slovenia can return some of that favor that Estonia has now given them with the ace, but much tinier starts for pretty much all of the pack now. Talk to You Later's drift is very, very dodgy, and also Nate's touching ever so slightly, but he does touch on the outside of the entry to the dirt and has to go for the safe round, which I didn't even know existed. As at the front we see Marchielli making a mistake, and it's essentially 2 1v1s at the top, so it's still anyone's game. But Manta losing to NHX pretty much seals the round in favor of Estonia.
Yeah, that's kind of the second round out of 3, which Slovenia have lost just because they had one player make a massive mistake early on. And especially for Nate, it was the smallest little clip, but it was in a part of a track where you really need the speed. That ended up being incredibly punishing, forcing them to take the safe route. So Estonia 3-0 up on their own map pick, but I don't think that tells the whole story. And I think
No,
Slovenia
definitely not.
still feel like they could try and make something happen. They just need to tidy up their act a little. That said, this round is kind
No
of proving
mistakes.
otherwise.
Yeah.
No mistakes.
and Estonia is taking
Ooh.
it on pace, and now we have 2 mistakes from Slovenian side. And Estonia is going to go up 4-0,
Yeah.
bar any major mistakes, which we don't see.
The entire
Hapux's
Estonian.
pace is really, really consistent on the map. Gotta
Yeah.
say.
Abax has been playing very well. But that whole trio within almost 2/10 of a second. Very, very respectable.
There's been a slow start from Nate's, I believe. Yeah, but keeping it intact for the most part. But
Bye, Manta.
Manta messing the entry into the flat dirt section, and yeah, this looks very, very dicey for Slovenia.
I think Dicey might not be cutting it. I think this is a lost cause now. As Marchielli and THX
Oof!
fly in formation. Well, they tried.
Yeah. Marchielli would have stunned at the end, but
yeah, NHX tried to fly in formation. Marchielli tried to fly. Not ideal, but doesn't end up making a difference as they were flying in ace formation anyway, so Marchielli dropping behind doesn't cost them at all. Hapag's there to get second place, and they round out their mapping with 5-0 victory.
curious to see if Slovenia can return that same performance, like invert their performance from 11 and get the 5-0 victory on 17. That would probably be the best for their morale, but I don't think it can happen that easily. Estonia definitely seemed to be much pacier on 11, but maybe that's down to the wall right. We saw Manta struggling quite a bit with getting the proper line on the wall right, so maybe the full speed element is to blame. Especially as Slovenia banned map 19, which is the full speed map.
Yeah. Well, you certainly don't have any full speed in this one. This is a fast, slower pace map. You really don't pick up much speed at any point, if I'm remembering the track correctly. So, we'll see whether Slovenia look a little more comfortable on the slower dirt. For now, we are into warm-up, watching Hapax here. Of course, a player who looked so good on the previous track. I'll be intrigued to see whether he can try and match that performance here on track number 17.
Oof.
If that little bonk would show anything.
Yeah, hoping not for that in live rounds, I would assume.
Yeah, get him out of the system early, you know?
True. I always use warm-ups to make every single possible mistake so I don't do them. Like, I need to make one daily, so I just make them all in warm-ups and cruise in the match.
It's better than Batman with people who can drive PBs in warm-ups but not get within 3/10 of it in rounds. That's always worse to see.
Yeah. But it's sort of, in the warm-up, you just play with the YOLO mentality, and in the match, you need to keep in mind that letting off of the accelerator, for example, is much better than crushing.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I will let my own preference about maps leak in a bit here. I really enjoy this track.
You will be surprised, I also do.
Ow. When the tech boomer turns around and says they enjoy the slow dirt map, that's...
The only thing I don't enjoy is the second outside dirt. I think the entry is a bit tough.
Yeah, I can see that, but no, it's
The left-hander where the funny no slide is for the best of the players.
yeah. I I might have stayed up rather late last night playing this track, but anyway, the first loss is from the Slovenian side. We see Tokyo later dropping down to last place with one clip following another clip. So
Manta with an like incredible no slide. I lost my words. It was so good.
oh, someone goes flying. That is Hapux. So
That looks.
very sort of can he perform as well on this map as previous one? So far, not really. So it is matter of belief, but it is looking like an Estonian round with Nate's a bit behind. There we go.
Yeah, nice need to push for the third place.
Oh,
Or hope
and
for a mistake.
yeah, and he gets past
Or
NHX,
the
almost
golf.
gets past Marchielli.
In this, they are actually tied on 0.942.
Wow. He
But
might
Markelli
not
was
have
ahead at
got
the
a...
last check. Yeah, Markelli was ahead at the last checkpoint.
How dare you indicate it's not named diff? Can't believe you'd say fact here. But yeah,
We need
great
to
little
stop the false propaganda.
yeah, great little recovery from Nate there to be able to support Manta. Get about 1-3 for the team. And Slovenia get their first point of the board this match, which it doesn't feel like they lost that badly on 11, but
They did.
unfortunately they did. So,
But now this round looks very, very hard to lose, I think, for Slovenia, with very early mistakes from Hapux and also NHX, although NHX has recovered enough to battle Nates for 4th place. But I don't think that can be enough, because they would need Marchielli to definitely win the round.
yeah,
Which
they would.
doesn't seem likely.
They would need Marchielli to get past Manta and NHX to get past Nate. I don't think that was happening. Bit of scruffiness overall that round, but still good time coming out from Manta in particular, who looked very, very strong here as Slovenia pick up this second round in a row. We see the two slightly different lines coming out at the start. It looks like NHX goes on a slightly different route, and I'm not sure it pays off, but it doesn't cost them too much.
I feel like
heading-
it's easier to navigate a bit, but at the same time it is much slower than the fast line.
Yeah.
We still talk to you later, make a mistake, but then Marchielli returned the favor, and they are actually scrambling in a very equal 1v1 at the back of the pack. But Manta and Nate's very comfortably in the lead, and I think it's their round to lose.
Yeah,
And
that
Nates
said,
is
Nates
trying.
is trying. Holds it together for the kind of last section of his track. It
The
ends up
no
getting
slide.
a very nice exit there.
Yeah, the no slide was nasty from Nate's.
Yeah, so I don't think that second, was... It didn't win the round, but it was very nice to have. It's good for confidence. After kind of a dodgy entry into that final section of a track. We'll be glad to know he can recover that. That said, talk to you later. Not having as good a time as Manta and Nate's here, it has to be said.
So that's exactly what I meant with the slightly safer line. Talk to you later, going a bit too far on the right and hits the pole straight on. And also Nate has now made a mistake, so it's all on Manta to defend against the three Estonians, but even that situation is not enough for Slovenia to keep up their flawless map record.
Yeah.
Or rather, round record on the map. Oh, Hapux is going super safe. Holy.
Yeah, that was an ending
That
of
was
like, you
a
know what,
certified key dirt.
Yeah, it's like, you know what, there's no need to push this, no need to rush, just crawl across the finish line and that'll do nicely. They've made more mistakes than we have.
And Estonia takes a maiden round victory. 17.
Yeah. The 5-0 to finally end it. whoever Estonia can push on any more momentum from this, or whether probably not. Marchielli into the wall there. NHX
And an HX as well.
does the same. It is the Hapax versus the world.
So we have the same round but inverted.
Yeah.
But Hapux isn't in first place. He's challenging though.
Yeah,
Only
he's going
10th
for it,
behind
but
Manta.
that's not where you want to be on that.
No. Although
He kind
Manta's
of
line
rescued it.
wasn't. Yeah, Manta's line wasn't the greatest either, so it's still anyone's round to win. They're only going for the individual round victory because this round's pretty much sealed in favor of Slovenia. As Nate is gonna take it.
So that moves Slovenia up 4-1 on their map pick. And we're going to be on to random maps relatively fast. All the chat beforehand of like, oh, maybe these won't be dominant individual map picks. Yeah, these teams are very warmed up on the maps they've picked. They know why they're going for them.
Now TTY later again clipping the pole on the entry to the dirt. And he's very, very far behind at the start of the round. Not a lot is happening. Frodo, Marchielli has proven otherwise.
Yeah, well, for now, I think it's just a case of you have Manta and Nate at the front, and I don't see any of the Estonian players being able to get past. Well, you need to get past both of them. Nate, yeah, NHX couldn't get past them, but Manta driving a 52-4. I don't even think that's the first 52-4. It's not.
No, there were plenty of point threes in this match.
Yeah.
Also from Manta. Manta was definitely the fastest player on the server on this map, and it shows with the 35 out of 36 possible points collected by him.
Yeah. One mistake the entire match. Not bad at all. Right, we will be moving on to the random maps now.
The first of which is map 10.
Map 10? This isn't.
Map 10.
What map is this? Oh, I hate this map. Which one is it? 18?
I love this map.
You a bobsleigh enjoyer?
Oh, 18 was actually not banned, so yeah, they could have ended on it, but the wheel has not graced them with it. So, how many people will be going for the side jump at the start?
I think first round, 5 out of 6 will. Second round, 2 out of 6 will, after seeing what happened on the first round. That's my personal prediction for what's going to happen. I mean, we'll get an immediate look during warm-up, see how many people do go for side jump. 5 out of 6! 5 out of 6 there.
6 out of 6. Lakosi has done it as well, just 10 seconds later.
That is. I wasn't quite sure on. I think Manta went slightly higher up, but yeah, I guess it was still cutting it a bit.
Also, just a random thought: if you change one letter in one of the Estonian players' names, you get a very good meme. Do you know what I mean or not?
Ah! They have a player called Luck OC. Really? No one should be wishing OC luck. That's ludicrous. Didn't even put together an island team this time. How am I meant to take the mick out of him?
Yeah, but change one letter?
Yeah, I know what you're going for. We're not saying that on stream. Ryan has got the idea in chat.
Yeah, Ryan has got the idea.
I'm gonna need make like pins for Trent on track that just say that on.
Yeah.
That'd be so funny. OC better come.
I don't think he is.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, as much as we'd like to sit here and take the mick out of OC for the next hour. We have a match full of shenanigans. Or a map full of shenanigans, I should say. It's gonna be interesting. Mainly
It's
just
gonna
this first
be-
jump.
Who can dare to side jump and then low jump all of the other transitions the best?
Yeah, well, we get underway here. I placed a bet 5 out of 6 are gonna do the side jump. I think I was 5 out of 6. I think Mark Yelly didn't. And 3 people have survived. Lucko C is in the lead ahead of
Where is
NHX.
Mark Kelly actually? Oh, Mark Kelly is so
Supingo.
far behind. Oh, Supingo
Supingo
challenging
going
for the
for
one
it.
victory. And he actually,
Oh.
no! Finishing left
Yeah.
isn't the fastest. And if he got the round victory, that would have actually been enough to secure the point for Slovenia.
How
But
was
that is
that
not the
technically a
case.
close round? I love map 10. Yeah,
I love map 10.
both teams showing mixed consistency.
Okay, and now 3 out of 6.
Uh,
You're spot on the
Yep,
prediction.
but
There was
Supingo
one slow landing.
only
yeah,
one not to
Supingo.
make it.
So this
Manta with a terrible line there stuck
And-
on the snow. So this is going to be
Yeah,
a
but-
free round for Estonia.
surprisingly, more people survived the start, but this round is much further spread apart than the previous one, which was pretty close and came down to a literal wire. Now we have NHX taking a very comfortable first and Luck OC finishing in third. To give the second point to Estonia.
Yeah, we'll see
Go with not
how
the
many people.
greatest of the starts.
I think more people went for it there. Most of them seemed to survive quite well, but it is Lucko C and NHX again who come out of this early section looking the strongest. Manta making a mistake. Talk to you later. Looking all over the place, frankly, gets a poor drift as a result of it, and it's going to be an Estonian ace.
Oof, what a line at the end. Wait, I'll talk to you later. But yeah, this looks now it looks dicey for Slovenia. Not yet at a point of no return, but dicey.
Yeah, the thing is, unlike some other tracks, I haven't really seen anything to suggest that, you know, Slovenia have the pace here.
Mm-hmm.
They had a reasonable, like, round 1 from one of their players, but that's kind of all we've seen. That said, Manta looking stronger this time. Goes for a slightly different drift line, which gonna get more speed, but I don't think it's gonna pay off in time, and that has ended up in another Estonian 1-2. So, yeah, I think this is gonna be a very short match here. Map, even.
Yeah, Slovenia does look a bit all over the place. We saw in one of the earlier rounds, Manta and talking to you later, synchronously failing the jump, not getting the side jump, and then crushing the light ball on the side. And I think everyone survived relatively well at the start, but Lakosi and NHX are again at the front. And it's on Supingo and talk to you later to channel their inner Carl
my
Jr.'s
finger.
for great drifts, and that's not happening.
Not it, yeah.
And we get another 1-2 for Estonia and a very, very quick map being wrapped up.
Yeah, Estonia looking like the stronger team here. And yeah, all the matches have been absolute domination so far. We've had 5-0, 1-5, 5-0 from the Estonian perspective.
Yep.
So
you're going to move on to map 14. We've seen 14 quite a bit. I think it's the kind of map that no team really wants to ban. It's kind of exists, I would say. There are teams that want to pick them up, but there's not a lot that want to ban them up.
yeah, for sure. It's a fairly inoffensive map, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And those ones are the ones
One
with
f-
best chance of just being left in.
Yeah, one thing that is a bit offensive is the fact that we only have 2 Slovenians on the server right now, but I think Nates is reconnecting.
That is one less than
Yeah.
you'd want.
Nates is indeed
Flashbacks of
reconnecting.
France versus Belgium. Absolute silly 2v3 marathon yesterday.
2v3 is tragic because it opens up to a possibility of draws.
Yeah,
With
exactly.
first and third.
Yeah, I think the scoreline of that map ended up being like 5-3 with multiple draws happening. Oh my god. Long on map. But no need to worry because Nate is in fact here. And warming up here on track 14. I feel like for what we've seen so far, it hasn't been easy to put like a finger on what each team is better at. Yeah, it's just felt like which team is more practiced on a specific map.
I don't know, both teams seem pretty consistent on the dirt parts of the tracks, I would say.
Yeah.
On 11, Slovenia was struggling with drifts. On the previous map, they were struggling all over. But also 10 is quite a unique map in a sense, and I think this might be a close matchup.
Yeah, 10 is such an oddball as like you've either practiced it or you haven't, I think, more than obviously
Oh my
skill
God, what is
skill
that
plays a
subtle
factor.
horn?
Whereas this one I'm not sure it's gonna be exactly the same, I feel like, even if you haven't put a ton of time into this track.
Score not updated? Oh yeah, it's not updated.
Oh. One day I'll build an automated system and it does it all and it'll be beautiful. I need to
I
learn
hope
the
Subtle is not going to spam his horn in the live rounds, but
don't be silly.
it proves me
He
otherwise.
definitely will.
Oof, that was a full stopping and a half from Supingo and a respawn. It's not the ideal start, but Manta is pretty confidently in the lead. And Nate's also thereabout for the second place. So if there's no slice, it might be. Oh, although Nate's a very slow exit out of the dirt, and he needs to push this drift a lot, and he doesn't succeed in it. Manta with the only sub of the round, which is a bit lower pace than we're used to seeing on map 14. Supinga not even finishing the round, but it didn't matter. Yeah, we were in for a draw if Nate did snipe third place, as we discussed in the warm-up.
Yep. Can everyone enjoy what I assume is the Estonian national anthem? But this round looking significantly better for Estonia. Bingo is up there with the group. Nate seems to struggle on this entry, loses a couple of positions there, but they are going to hold on. And we have our first 1-1 scoreline.
Let's go.
It's happened. We have a map where I don't know who's going to win after 2 rounds.
Manta with a much faster time as well, so maybe he's just settling into the match. And we can probably expect to see more of the same. Was it
That was
Nate's?
Nate.
I think it was Nate's.
Very poor start from Nate. So that is not ideal at all for Slovenia. That said, they still do have Manta and Spingo up in first and second. Spingo
Spingo with a really good exit out of dirt.
Yeah, that was clean. Gonna come down to slide.
Not the greatest of drifts, though.
And it cost them the round, 100th of a second between him and Sartel. Yeah, poor drift costing them. Of course, Nate's mistake as well, but
Manta with a 34.5 in the meantime. Definitely, again, a league of his own.
yeah.
I was a very early mistake and a very uncharacteristic one by Marchielli. I think he clipped the flag on the liftoff. Not exactly sure what happened, but he just lost like all of his speed in the air.
That gives a good opportunity here for Slovenia. An opportunity that gets better as Sartel loses a whole bunch of speed from a clip. So, the Pingo actually in the lead this time around. Gets a far better drift this time, makes up for what happened in the previous round as he leads what isn't quite a Slovenia ace, but 1-3-4, that's a comfortable round win.
After a 1-1, we get a 2-2.
Indeed. This is heating up.
This is really heating up.
Of course, the pressure far more heavily on Slovenia here, because if they lose this map, it's... well, the match is over. Yeah, whereas Estonia can drop this one, and they're not out yet. That said, they'd prefer to clean it up, you know, nice and fast, I'd imagine. Pingo and Manta looking strong here. It's a bit behind, so it's going to come down to probably Marchielli as to whether or not they can catch Pingo. They get Pingo, but no one else does. So that is a 1-3-6 going the way of Slovenia here.
Yes, Sapingo with not the greatest of drift exits, but he didn't lose enough to let Satel snipe him for the third place. Snace was really struggling at the back, and luckily his team had his back. Clean starts from everyone this time around. Sapingo dropping slightly on the entry to the rally block.
Still has time to catch
really
up,
be
though.
concerned about.
Yeah. NHX managing to challenge like, the domination of Manta here. It's going to come down to his final drift, which Manta takes tighter, but NHX gets more speed. And it ends up being a tie. So that tighter line for Manta paying off just because they went through CP first. And finally, it looks like we have someone taking the lead.
Get wrecked. As Manta said.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved a bit of banter.
If that was in most other games, I'd expect to see a, GG easy coming out from playing who won with an equal time. Manta almost gets what he deserves, though, for that, as they're going to be dropping down to last place. Nate with a little clip as well, and Estonia are now in a position where they need to win 3 on a bounce. They're going to get the first of them here. NHX seems to have woken up a little bit in this track and is, I think, that's the second round win for them.
Yeah, those mistakes from Manta and was it Spingo? Definitely gave some breathing room for Estonian side. But they needed 2 more times to close out the map in their favor, which definitely is less likely than seeing another Manta dominant round, although Spingo is on a really good start, as he's ahead of his compatriot. And far in front of NHX.
Nate ends up falling behind, but that isn't going to matter when you have Spingo and Manta up at front. That is 1-2, and that is...
It's double 0.5 is mental to go against.
Yeah, that Estonia were pretty powerless in that situation, and the overall scoreline goes 2-2. I think for the first time, we've actually successfully picked the closest match. I'm not sure how many others are going to be running to 5.
Closest, I wouldn't call it yet. There might be a closer one, considering we had 5-0, 5-0, 5-1.
That is true.
But definitely a close one.
Yeah, we've had results in from 6 matches so far. So we have had England 1 beating out Netherlands 2, Netherlands 3 beating out Belgium 2, France 1 3-0ing Latvia, Netherlands 1 beating Czech Republic 3-0, so Netherlands continue their unbeaten streak at 5-0 now, which is insane. Wales 3, Russia 1. So good result there for the other British
The Walls
nations.
team.
Indeed, indeed. I hope they got to scream Wolves at least once. So Romania 3, Germany 1. And those are the results we have so far. So just over half the matches in now as we start out here on map number 21. You might not get your proper classic old school tech, but this is
But
probably
yes,
the next
good
best
tech.
thing you can go for.
Yeah. But judging how the, for example, map 11 went, where Slovenia was really struggling on drifts, I'm a bit worried for them. I know Manta is a really, really good tech player. Not predominantly tech, but he can definitely play tech at a high level. So I think it might be a bit of a one-man show from him, and then scrambling behind him the rest of the pack. We will see.
Yeah, I mean, a fair bit of this show for a fair bit of this match for Estonia. Not Estonia, Slovenia has been a bit of a one-man show from Manta. They have looked exceptionally good throughout. But the rest of the team have been there. We've seen some good performances from Spingo, some good performances from Nate as well. Particularly in the last map. So, yeah, I don't know which way this is going to go. And I think we have a very close match in our hands.
I'd certainly hope so. It's been very fun to watch, especially on the last map.
Yeah,
So I'm hoping to see a bit more of that. GLHF for the last time in this match in chat. As
Yep,
we're going to go underway with round 1.
Yep. For now, all players nicely bunched up. Going to see any early mistakes from players. This map has plenty of places to get things wrong. For now, all looking relatively neat and tidy. And as you predicted, Manta in the lead for now, certainly having gapped their Slovenian teammates. But it could well come down to those teammates. They are going to have to get past some of the Estonian team.
I think Manta lost the gear on the uphill, and that led Hapux into the first place. So Manta will need to push a lot, and oh my god, what was that drift from Manta? That was so nice. He needs more of the same if he wants to snipe Hapux for a victory, which doesn't seem likely.
27
and Hapux and
milliseconds.
Markelli, Hapux and Markelli securing 1-3 to give Estonia the first round on the board.
Yep. Lucky to get away with that as well after a mistake from NHX drops him down last place. I can only assume a mistake given that Bingo and Nate were relatively far behind.
Very tightly starts from everyone. Nate's had us to lift off a bit. Or lift a bit actually, and also now eating the penalty grass on the outside of the stern was not ideal. But he is in sort of a 1v1 against Hapux at the back. 2v1 at the front for Slovenia. This should, minus any mistakes, be just their round. I don't think Markelli is close enough to challenge for the third place, and
not quite.
indeed he isn't.
Goes very tight, but doesn't get enough exit speed to make up for it, and will fall down. Marchielli ends up fourth. And Chuck's second. So that is a point going way of Slovenia.
Another 1-1.
Yeah, things are tied up again.
Markello with not the greatest of start lines this time around. Oh, Manta crushing the apex of the right-hander. And it definitely gives a lot of possibilities for the Estonian side to win the round. But Supingo is now taking over the duty from his compatriot. But Nates is slightly too far behind to challenge for the third place, I think. Although that wasn't the worst of turns. Markelli overdrifting a lot before the downhill. Nates needs a bit of a miracle to snipe the third place, and also Supingo. Oh,
Ooh,
oh,
that one pinged off miles to the
that
left.
was uh, that was something. If Nates didn't crash, it was a guaranteed Slovenia round because of Hapux's mistake. But the same can be said the other way around. Hapux's mistake was also pretty crucial, but in the end, it is Estonia picking up that round victory. Oh, Markelli and NHX with slow starts. Now NHX crashing again. As there's 3 Slovenians against just lonely Hapux. Markelli's sort of attacking. He is up to 4th place, but Manta and Supingo 3 tenths ahead of Hapux. I think this should be relatively easy to just secure the second round victory for Slovenia.
Yeah, looking very comfortable here to bring the scoreline up to 2-2. And turn our best of 5 across 5 different maps into a, well, best of 5 across 1 map.
Are we gonna get down to the best of 1 again, like in the
Oh,
Denmark Netherlands
I'd
match?
love to see it, because that was absolutely brilliant. But I mean, it's possible. Neither team has looked particularly dominant on here. Of course, I said that at the start of the previous map, and then it ended up being 3 Slovenian rounds in a row. But we're still pretty close for the time being. We have PHX, Manta, and Spinga scrapping away at the front for victory.
Nate's crushing really hard on the outside of the uphill turn.
That's pretty costly. They were sitting kind of pretty in 2, 3, 4, but with Nate gone.
Yeah, but now NHX with not the greatest of left-hand drifts, and oh, Supingo crushing the outside wall is not what you wanted to see if you are a Slovenia fan. And it's gonna be Manta all alone against 3 Estonians.
Yeah, but I felt like a round where Slovenia had a decent chance, but 2 mistakes cost them. And the scoreline moves up 3-0. Not 3-0, 3-2 to
3-0,
Estonia.
3-2.
No. Potentially only 2 rounds left here for Estonia to book themselves a slot in the kind of, 4-1 Swiss category. Give them a good shot at getting into Division 1 after their final match.
Ooh, Manta crushing the outside of the downhill. Not ideal, but Markelli even more so crushing the inside of the uphill and had to respawn because he went to a full stop. Manta messing the drift line also completely, so we have NHX at the front and Supingo and Nates kind of in their own pack. Then Hapux and then Manta, so if this order preserves, we will see a Slovenian round victory, although Nates' end is definitely not something that you want to see, and Hapux snipes Nates at the very last second to secure round victory for Estonia.
Yeah, that's a huge sniper. Must have been carrying so much exit speed there. Quite impressive.
Very impressive stuff from Hapux. as Estonia moves on to match point, and they have 3 chances to close out the encounter. Markeli again with not the greatest of start lines though. As he's falling slightly behind, so Pingo and Nate's with massive mistakes, and this is now an Estonia to lose, and Manta also. This might end
Yeah,
in an Estonian ace.
I think it's going to.
I'm pretty sure they got the safety car calls.
Yeah, and I mean, that's completely fair if you're going to be, 2.1 seconds up.
Yeah, 3 seconds up over the opposition is a lot to work with, and yeah, they are just cruising into the finish lines for a good victory. And Markelli returning the get wrecked to Manta.
That is pretty well deserved. So there you have it. Estonia take victory in almost like a series of relatively one-sided sub-matches. It's a close overall scoreline, but that ended up being one of the very last matches for this stage. Trying to have a look at all the results in so far. I believe it actually was the last.
No, there are only 10 results with this
BL11.
one. No. With this one, it will be 10, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes, we are
8,
missing
9.
one.
We are missing one, whichever that is.
Who's missing?
Not France 5. Not Belgium 2. I don't know. Oh, Denmark, Turkey. Good shot, Yulin.
Yes. Yeah, we can hop into that, catch the. I think this will be the proper tail end of a match, to be honest, coming from 5-mapper.
Definitely
already.
hope so.
Both of these teams also on a 3-1 scoreline, so the same scoreline that Slovenia and Estonia were on. 1 sec.
Just need to check the round in progress.
Oops. Hopefully I don't break anything. I forgot to check that. There's no one here.
Okay. Good.
Everyone is left. Okay, so that match has happened.
Think they might.
No one...
Yeah, I think they might have finished the match.
Yeah, the
match is currently watching PGL on his stream. Yeah.
They've typed in the scores backwards. For the Slovenia-Estonia match. Turkey won.
Turkey won. Okay.
That's quite impressive, actually. Denmark looked very strong. So yeah, Turkey. I think they have a good team as well now, and just no one put in the results. Yeah, I guess if that is, all of the match wrapped up, we can have a look, see how the overall Swiss stage is looking like. Fortunately, there isn't a particularly elegant way for me to bring up the scoreboard, but once the Turkey results get added, there will only be 4 teams who have managed to go 4-1 in this first stage or better. Those being Netherlands 1, Estonia 1, Netherlands 1, England 1, Estonia, and Turkey. So those are the 4 teams most likely to make it into Division 1. Other teams who have also picked up 3 wins and therefore have a reasonable chance include Czech Republic, Slovenia, Denmark, Netherlands 2, France, Singapore, and Spain. And England. England 3? What on earth are they doing that? Not going to question that one. So, that is how things are forming up, but yeah, we can only confirm who's going to make it into Division 1 at the end of the final round of Swiss, which will be kicking off very shortly. So, I'm going to throw to a break for now, and we will be back shortly.
I be staying outside, yeah, so I don't think about life, yeah. Can you send me a light? 'Cause I can't take it, I can't take it. You got me feeling alright, yeah. Every day by your side, yeah. Can you send me a light? 'Cause I can't take it, I can't take it. I don't wanna think about it every day. You know that you kinda wanna feel the same way. So much time, you just had to pretend. I've been so lost, I just wanna run away. Run away right now. I gotta go, I'm wasting my attention. You've been on my mind, I could touch the sky. Starlights, I'll be running up and down, trying to think about you all the time. I don't really need to apologize. I know, but you like it. I'll be staying outside, yeah, so I don't think about life, yeah. Can you tell me a lie? 'Cause I can't take it, I can't take it. You got me feeling alright, yeah. Every day by your side, yeah. Can you tell me a lie? 'Cause I can't take it, I can't take it.
Every day I want your touch, and every way I can't give it up. Anything just to feel the rush. This just ain't enough. Oh, we be my ride or die. Oh, we can do this every night. Oh, yeah. Will you be my ride or die? Will you be my ride or die? We can do this every night.
intoxicated, I'm a waste. Hoping I can drown my sorrows, but I love that bitter taste. So I'm addicted to you. Visions of you. Come closer, 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 closer. Come closer, 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 closer. Visions of you. Intoxicated, I'm a waste. Hoping I can drown the sorrows, but I love that bitter taste. Half past 9 and I can't see straight. I'm hoping that I'll make it tomorrow, but right now I can't feel my face. I'm intoxicated, I'm a waste. Hoping I can drown my sorrow, but I love that bitter taste.
Visions of you.
Come closer. Closer, visions of you. Half past 9 and I can't see straight. I'm hoping that I'll make it tomorrow, but right now I can't feel my face. I'm intoxicated, I'm a waste. Hoping I can drown the sorrows, but I love that bitter taste.
Visions of you. Maybe I'm indecisive, maybe it's all too late. Maybe I'm just done fighting, maybe. Oh, maybe I'm indecisive, maybe it's all too late. Maybe I'm just done fighting. It's all too late. It's all too late. All too late. It's all too late. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm falling down. Maybe it's me in my head and I can't get it out. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm falling down. Maybe it's hazy. Oh, I almost touched the ground. Touched the ground. Oh, I touched the ground. Touched the ground. Touched the ground. I can't seem to make up my mind about us. Make up this time for us. Make up my mind about us. Yeah, but believe me, I tried. I don't know why I couldn't make this work. But believe me, I tried. Now it's all too late. Now it's all too late. All too late. All too late. Oh, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm falling down. Maybe it's me in my head and I can't get it out. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm falling down. Maybe it's hazy. Oh, I almost touched the ground.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Hello and welcome to the final match of the Swiss stage of TSCC Winter 2025, and we're bringing you what I hope will be quite a close match between two teams trying to fight for their spot in Division 1. We have Czechia versus France.
Yeah, two very skilled, but two probably different in nature teams. Czech team seems to be a bit more locked in on the technical side, and you have people like Lufok and Chamau, more of the specialists of the weird, so-to-call French maps.
Yeah, and I don't think you're gonna get any bonus points for guessing which country picked this map.
No.
This
It's
is a very
very obvious. It's very obviously a Czech pick, right?
Clearly. Either way, we are underway with the French map pick. But for now, it is a Czech player leaving. It is Bestie, leading Roquette, Obitom, and Chamau. So this map, it's interesting. It's obviously bobsleigh, but you have these like kind of weird jump ups and transitions, which you can have.
Yeah.
It's gonna have a massive impact. We're not live. 2v3.
I mean, we kind of are, but I had a feeling that it might happen, but it was so late that I was surprised to see France respect that. Honestly.
We're going.
You're already past the half point of the map. The pause got called in, but yeah, Hill was missing from the start. And now we see a proper 3v3.
So, anyway, we get underway with the first round of the final part of the Swiss. For real this time. We even have 3 players taking part for the Czech side. We see
a dodgy line from Obitom.
That's
whoa,
so
that
dodgy.
was shaky.
How did Obitom save that? And not
just,
fall down to last? That's quite
magic.
surprising. Yeah.
Bestie and Roquette in a 1v1 at the front. Let's see who gets the better snow skip. I think it was Roquette. Ever so slightly.
Yep. And Roquette does hold on to get the win. And it almost felt like a series of 3 different 1v1s that that round even.
Yeah.
And France came out on top in all of them. So. But it's worked out nicely for France to kick off their map pick with a round win, despite the technical pause. And this is only a map that you pick if you've practiced it a fair amount and you know your team's good on it.
Yeah.
It's deliberately a bit of a, trump card.
I mean, you can also see it from Rostak's side, the view that he's not confident in the fast start line, so he loses quite a bit of the ground to the pack every single round at the start by not going to the side to really into the bobsleigh. Rocket and Chamau very confidently in front.
Yeah.
That was an interesting end line.
That was...
Didn't lose Not much time with it, and Bestie stays at third. So 1-2 for France as they go up 2-0.
Yeah. Yeah, the Czech team have looked in touching distance, but not able to get that kind of extra bit over the edge. It looks like Jamara and Rocket have just had a little bit too much for them. Certainly last round that was the case. And again, we see Jamara and Rocket out at the front. Hill trying to chase down, but that's kind of it. Bestie's not really there. Rostek either.
I think Czech Republic really needs some mistakes from the French lineup
Yeah,
to
they're
challenge
not.
for the round victories, because Chamau looks to be untouchable. Rocket not even going for the ice slide this time around. Secures
After
the second place.
after how terrifying the previous ice slide was, I can kind of
Yeah.
respect that. We have a few nice times respecting the point 4, driven by Chamau there. Very strong time from the French player. As France move 3-0 up on their map pick, and I think this could be a short time spent on
Yeah, I think we are going to see a
track number
5-0
18. Yeah. But I also
Rocket
feel...
with a rocket start now. Unintended.
Yeah. This time it is once again Rocket and Chamau up at the front. Bestie trying to challenge them, but just 2 attempts behind him without a team to support. It's just nothing they can do. But watch the French cars eke ever so slowly away from them. I wonder if people are going to go for the ice slide here. They do. That looks terrifying the way they do it, as we get a 0.3 and a 0.4 coming out from Chamau and Rocket.
Yeah.
And
I think based on the Czech reactions, it might be just untouchable.
yeah, I don't think they can get anywhere near that pace. That's how it goes sometimes, especially if you've got a kind of more specialized map like this one. If you don't know how to do it, you don't know how to do it. You can't figure it out in rounds. It's just one of those things.
Ooh, Rocket with an uncharacteristic mistake. So maybe this is the opening that Czech Republic is looking for. But Obitom now joining Chowam at the front. It's not something that we're used to seeing, as Obitom slightly wonky entry to this bobsleigh. Settles into the third place and has slightly less speed than Hill, so Hill is in a good spot to snipe this. Third place. But I don't think Bestie can catch Chamau, and this would be...
Ooh, hill clips.
Rocket
flying.
Lots of mistakes.
Flying.
Rocket went super flying, but yeah,
Rocket hasn't finished, but
yeah, he flew into the finish, like into the actual block. But yeah, this is a pretty quick 5-0.
Yep. And I can't say I am too surprised. Rocket and Chamau clearly just knew that map very well, and Czech Republic had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Now
we are now moving into map 21, which is your classic speed tech, and I think this is gonna be the same, but for the other side, judging by the names. It's a very technical track for a very technical Czech lineup.
Yeah, I would be surprised to see it as one-sided as 18 just was, but it makes a lot of sense why Czechia picked it.
Although Chicken and Rocket looked pretty decent at the start of this warm-up. So maybe they do have the pace, they might just not have the consistency required, or maybe they have both and they will just completely dominate Czech side.
Yeah, it's hard to tell because these are 2 teams where, as a caster, I haven't caught either of them playing so far. The only time I saw France was during the ludicrous match against Belgium, where France only had 2 players, and still only lost by the skin of their teeth. So it's clear
I
they
mean,
have
it's
some quality on
definitely
this
a
side.
strong lineup. Yeah, it's definitely a very strong lineup. And you have Lufak, who consistently challenges for the campaign wins. You know, it's a
Oh yeah,
strong lineup.
oh yeah, very very good, like campaign hunter and Lufok. Oh.
So,
Yeah, I don't think we've seen 2 more different styles of maps from like kind of the first 2
no,
picks.
no, definitely not.
Bobsleigh into kind of pure speed tech it's quite a change. So
You know what else would be more like bigger change, I think? If we went
uh,
from 18 or 19 into 13.
ooh, yeah, maybe 24 into 13 actually.
Oh, 24 into 13, yeah. That's
Yeah.
pretty good one.
Anyway, we still do have a bit of a whiplash going on as we head into this map. You see Fisker,
Someone
Kira,
knows it.
and Bestie coming out for Czech Republic against Chicken, Rocket, and Obitom again. We have the first proper casualty, that is Kira going directly into a wall. That's going to be a rough respawn. So we have Bestie and Fisker running away from the French as best as they can. And it looks like they have the gap for now. Maybe Rocket can close up, but I think
No,
they should
he's
be able
pushing,
to.
but I don't think he can catch Basti in like any universe unless Basti makes a massive
Yeah.
mistake and instead Rocket will crush the inside. And
Yeah,
Basti Fiska, very confident. Very comfortable in the front.
yeah. I can't play Bestie. Sorry, not Bestie. Rocket at all for that mistake.
Yeah,
Just,
no.
you got to push him that
In
situation.
needed,
But
yeah,
yeah,
also
becoming instantly apparent why, you know, Czechia picked this map.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should take that back. Hero not having a great time, it has to be said. Both teams down 1 player. We have no Rocket, we have no Kiro. But it is, again, Bestie and Fisker driving off into the... not the distance. Into the foreground, it seems, as Fisker flies towards the camera on Chicken. Give him a crash, so...
banging 1v1 for 5th place between Rocket and
yeah.
Kiro.
We can just pretend this is where it all matters, you know?
Yeah.
It's all going to be decided by this 1v1. Kiro versus Rocket, 2 exceptionally good tech players who could not make it around the first part of this track. No shenanigans at the front, though. And it ends up making no difference. But it would be nice to see a clean round from Kiro and Rocket. Because I think they have some good pace. That said, Fisker and Bestie doing what they have to do. Picking up a 2nd point on the board for Czechia.
That was a slow start from Obitom again. He no-slid in the first round and now not the greatest of drifts. And also Rocket falling slightly behind now. So it looks to be a very, very tough task ahead of Chicken to salvage something from this round. Definitely needs Obitom to join him. I think Rocket might have fallen a bit too far now to challenge on pace alone. Just hoping for some mistakes from the Czech side, but they don't seem like they're gonna happen.
I wouldn't speak too soon. We've seen mistakes from Kiro twice already. We're getting into the final second.
Oh, Bestie.
Oh, have we? We have lost Bestie, but only behind
We have
Fisker.
lost Bestie, yeah.
So doesn't end up making a
Nothing
difference.
changes.
Hero makes up for the previous 2 rather disappointing rounds for him. Picked up a round win. And this also starting to look quite like a 5-0.
Yeah.
there's more pace on the Czech side. There's more consistency on the Czech side. There's not a lot that France can do about it.
Although Rocket and Chicken with really strong starts now. Chicken unfortunately touched the snow a bit, so he got into the auto slide and it made his next turn really, really awkward. So now we have pretty much 5 players neck and neck. Kira with a slight lead, but that's still really, really close round.
Yeah, everyone separated by about 2/10 of a second, maybe 3/10. But it is Kira and Bestie who are emerging in the lead. Getting a better drift than Rocket there, who has to lift. Very lucky to survive that jump down. I thought he was flying off barrier for sure. Doesn't survive the next turn though. And gives Czech and Czechia an ace. Which isn't quite a round out the map, but brings them 4-0 up and makes it basically impossible now for France to get anything done.
Yeah.
So, the first random map coming up is 06, which again is quite a bit of style whiplash. I don't even know what you would call 06 as a map. It's just a bit strange. So maybe? Yeah. But I think we'll be finding out very shortly. Chicken doing their absolute best to fight for this round, but Obitom 2.5 seconds behind, Lufok even further, and...
Lufok, Rocket.
Sorry. Cat, but that is...
Yeah, Obitom fell back really, really early on, and then Rocket just slightly too wide on the left-hander before the long section, long PF section, and crashing out into the round loss and map loss for France. So we are equalized at 1-1, which probably should be updated on the overlay.
I've done it now. We'll ignore it was at 0-0 for the whole of that map. Oops.
It's okay. We're doing God's work anyways.
Oh my god, I just transitioned into the same scene again. There we go. Right, so map number 6. This is the kind of map where there's a lot of potential for little things to go wrong. I mean, you got this knife edge start, which Rocket has proved you can just miraculously lose speed on. You're then going to have people going for the fastest line they can through the poles. Lufok doesn't actually, not in warm-up anyway. That's a risk. This jump has a chance to take people, but I think possibly most importantly, this quarter pipe, you can gain so much time going low that we're going to see people low jumping and we're going to see people missing it, I reckon.
But how do you rate Lufok's end line?
I think that's optimal. A little jump into the finish, you know. You gotta love it. I wonder who we have signing up. Warming up from each team. We currently have 4 French players, so hopefully, they gotta realize.
Chicken, yeah, I would assume it's gonna be Chicken, Obitom, and Lufok.
Yeah, probably. But someone needs to make you tell France that just because they only fielded 2 players against Belgium doesn't give them the right to field 4 players here. You can't bank a player.
It does seem like Lufok might not be going for the inside pole line.
Yeah, that surprises me. We'll see if we can catch it on this warm-up. I've already seen it once that Lufok wasn't going for it. Instead decided to reset.
Crushed. Yeah. Got the slowdown and the knife edge, and decided against driving for the next 5 seconds.
I can understand why. Slowdown on knife edges. it's rough. It makes it a kind of frustrating map. Well, frustrating enough
true,
in
wow.
TA. Yeah, Obitom gone from the lineup for the first time. So we have Chimao,
Okay.
Chicken, and Lufok on the French lineup, and on the Czech lineup we have Hero, Bestie, and Rostak.
Okay, Kiro
Oh,
is going to be
Lufok!
either first or last every round. Well, not this one, because Lufok decided to make much bigger mistakes, but just seeing Kiro's line at the first round, he's gonna be first or last.
Yeah,
There's no in between.
we'll
He went for the inside wall line, which is pretty average, but he also went for the side jump on the ramp, which is not really runs friendly.
so he does.
So he does, but this time very, very mild one. Gets the upper gear guaranteed. Tries to push with the inside line. Needs a good release. Gets a pretty decent one, but so did Lufok and Chicken, and I don't think Kiro can snipe either of them.
Yeah,
And
and
this is
it is Lufok and
GR
Chicken who look
indeed,
a lot better here.
but Lufok and Chicken pretty comfortably in the lead.
Yeah, this could just for quality what those two are showing, it's going to be difficult for Czechia to kind of get a nose in anywhere. Unless Kira can make the
Yeah,
side
Kiro
jump.
is taking all the hunting lines.
Yeah. Going
He's
full,
going risky on the risky on the
inside.
knife edge. He's going risky on the knife edge. He's going side jump. He's going inside walls. He's doing it all.
Worst thing is,
he
Lupok's
lost-
still going to beat him.
Yeah, he lost on the release. Lufak really good on this one and got massive overspeed on the downhill. But
Yeah.
Kira, Bestie, and Rostak securing second, third, and fourth, which is enough to give them the round win.
Indeed. So, Czech Republic maybe not going to fall over as quickly on this one as I had initially thought, but I still think it's going to be quite an uphill battle. Gonna need all of them there every single round, and with risky lines that Kira is going for, we're gonna see if that happens. That said, for now, it is Bestie and Kiro 1 and 2. But how good is
Insane
Lupok's
release
jump?
for Kiro. No, it was insane release for Kiro. Like, there's no catching that.
Yeah,
That was pretty much as good as it gets.
yeah, and that ends up being Kiro and Bestie 1 and 2, and it's almost a complete role reversal from the first two rounds, as we see Czech 1-2, and the scoreline ties up 2-2 here on map number 3.
Kiro again, not the greatest of knife edge transitions, and now fails the side run. So 2v3 for Rostak and Bestie. Chicken is far in front, 2/10 of a second, and Bestie getting double airtime. This is pretty much a guaranteed France round.
Yeah, to be a French ace. Back Hero there. The others are not looking particularly fast.
If you can showcase one thing, look at Kiro at the start. Like, look how different his knife edge line is to the rest
Yeah.
of the pack.
Kiro's knife edge goes far, stays on the right side far longer. A lot of the others kind of jump alongside water, whereas Kiro jumps at the very last second and then goes for like the ramp cut.
Side ramp, yeah, which
Doesn't
again,
work.
didn't
that
work this
time.
time around.
Yeah. End up clicking the
Now we
wheel
have
on the
3v1
jumper.
for Rostak. A very dire situation for the Czech player to find himself in.
Yeah, manages to squeak their way up to second.
No, manages to
No.
crash the finish into
Crash and
fourth.
finish and goes in fourth. Yeah, no, ignore me. Ignore me. Yeah. And France might try to wobble in the middle of this track, but it now looks like they've got back together a bit. They're gonna... Czechia, they're gonna need some very good
Oh,
rounds here from Kiro.
Yeah, Kiro,
Ow.
a good knife edge. Oh, very high jump on the attempted side ramp. Still keeps the gear, so he is on top from the start of the map. Chamao now following him through the inside pole line, but Kiro again with the better release, but so is Lufak, and Lufak I think might even snipe him at the end. No,
Not quite.
slightly higher jump from the Frenchman. As
Sadly,
Kiro... Yeah,
rest of
Kiro
the team
secures
not
the
there.
round victory, but not for his team.
Yep. Rest of
Individual
the team
points being gained.
not there, unfortunately. And you say Czechia on top. They might have finished first, but they didn't win. That'll be another point. Map point going the way of France. As we move on to a map,
Mm, Good question. 19.
we're going on to 19.
I think this match is gonna end here.
You reckon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think.
I'm not sure how good Czech players are at full speed, but it's like none of them strikes me as a particularly good full speed players. But maybe I'm just wrong.
Yeah, I'm not that knowledgeable on kind of the FS scene. I feel like
Me neither.
I've seen reasonable performances. I think before from like Jamal, Chicken, and Lufok on FS, but only in TFCC, and that's racking my brain back a few editions.
Mhm.
It's also rare to get such a almost pure FS track
Yeah.
as this one. It sounds silly
This
for
is-
a style that is solely about just being full speed, but you can have different speeds of full speed track. But yeah, this one is a particularly fast, particularly brutal one.
It is particularly full speed.
Yeah, it's a full speed track.
I like how some complaints I've heard is that you can be too fast for this truck. Just
Ironic, isn't it?
It's an interesting idea for a full speed map. Oh, Chamada is not a line that you wanna take. Yeah, 1 minute left in the warm-up as we see Besti Hill and Fiska warming up for the Czech side, and Chamau, Rocket, and Obiton for the Frenchman.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not really sure what to expect, but I think I kind of agree with you. I reckon the match will end here. I think this is going to favour France.
No, in the warm-up, neither of the teams look particularly fast. So maybe it's a case of not banning 19 because the other team is also not that fast on it.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to picks and bans, it's easy to just come up with the idea of like, oh, I'll pick the tracks we're good at and ban the tracks we're bad
We're
at.
bad on
When
our- Yeah,
in reality, you've got to ban the tracks where they look like they have the upper hand over you, even if it's a track you really enjoy and you think you're good at. If they're better, you got to ban it. And similarly, this goes in reverse. If either team saw a big difference here, then perhaps that's why it didn't get banned. For now, though, it is Bestie and Hill.
Hill following Rocket. Obiton is trying to make a comeback. We lost Chamau a bit because he had to overslide, I think, the cake. So Obiton, oh, that's a very weird line. I think Hill had to overslide a lot, so he loses the third place, and that's enough to give the round victory to the French lineup. Okay, Rocket driving 46.8 to immediately prove me wrong about not the greatest place in the warm-up.
Yep. Rocket, the only one looking real fast here from round one. But it could depend on the rest of the team. Overtop looked beatable, and I think Chamau had a mistake, so there could be openings for
I think
Czech
Obiton
squad,
had a early mistake as well, and then he really recovered well into the third place.
possibly. We'll
We'll
see.
see. Rocket
How it goes
again
this
in
time.
front, and he has much superior line through the cake. Like he gains a lot in the cake transition. Ooh, was it Bestie? Yeah, Bestie flew
That
off
was
the track.
bestie.
And Fiska is also 5 seconds behind Rocket. So this
Yeah,
looks
Fisker had a
very
mistake.
much, yeah, this looks very much like a round that can only end in a Czech victory if France suddenly gets like multitude of mistakes, which doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. Yeah, Rocket 46.6 is going faster and faster. I think we might see a perfect map from him.
It's possible. Like, yeah, the pace for driving is half a second to a second faster than anyone else. It's looking pretty dominant, as we said. So I mean, Hill and Bestie seem to have pace through this initial part of the track, but Rocket does eventually just gap them, and I don't think Fisker really get there. So, yeah, look at that exit from Rocket. It's just a
Rocket
different
has
level.
Rocket has much superior exit from the cake, and that just snowballs throughout the rest of the map.
Yeah, and I think maybe if Fisker had the same pace as Hill and Bessie, then there's an argument they can make to, try and get somewhere on this track, but regardless of how well Hill and Bessie play, if Roquette's winning rounds then Fisker's last,
Yeah,
that's just how it goes. Just not the map for them.
okay, no major mistakes this time around. Rocket again in the front, already having about a tenth of a lead. Oh, not getting the speed slide out of the cake, and I think Hill might be able to catch up to him. With the speed difference, let's see the gaps. No, the gap only got slightly wider, and yeah, Rocket recovered the proper lines. And round victory is secured. Last place is almost certainly secured by Bestie. Yeah, this looks like a quick 5-0 to
Yeah,
finish the match.
I
Unfortunately
think,
for the Czech lineup.
yeah, I had a feeling this could be quite a close match, and it started off tight. Kind of trading 5-0, but the random maps have definitely got the way of Ferrata. Maybe Czech Republic could well be going back to the drawing board, looking at their kind of pick bands and
Ooh, Bestie crash. I think Bestie has the last place in the back. Rocket again with pretty wonky exit from the cake, but there's nobody really to capitalize on his mistake. Hill is, I think, still going to lose slightly, and also goes really wide before that low wall right, which is not the line you want to be taking. And yeah, this looks just like a Rocket 30 points performance to basically guarantee the victory. Yeah, 36.6. That's
I feel like we've seen
definitely untouchable
0.6s.
for. Yeah, 2.6 is 1.8, 1.9,
Yeah,
and one. Oh, actually,
it,
2.8, I think. Yeah, it's fast.
yeah, it's just nuts. And that will bring that match to a close. That is a win for France, 3-1 over Czech Republic. So I wonder how many results we have in, whether or
We
not
have 5, including this one.
5, including this one. You have anyone who's definitely booked their way into Division 1? No, the other scoreboard
England one.
stated. I think the 1-1 then that they will have. I think 5 wins is guaranteed to get you in. So
Yeah. Oh, Marantje is typing, so I'm assuming the Netherlands match has also ended. Netherlands Estonia matchup. Ooh, that's probably an uphill battle for Estonia. But they
Yeah,
might get a really good boost for the Buchholz because of that, because they are facing the only undefeated team in the whole
true, true.
Swiss.
So yeah, other relevant ones to Division 1 we've seen Netherlands 2, 3-0, England 3. Uh, in fact, England 3 were even troubling Division 1 was kind of ludicrous, but
Hmm.
trouble it they won't be anymore. Um, Turkey beating Singapore, that puts them in a good position. 4 wins, 2 losses. Netherlands, yeah. Honestly, closer with Estonia than I would have thought. It's still a 3-0 scoreline, but each individual map was quite close.
Yeah.
Um,
I've jumped into Spain Slovenia match. They are currently tied 3-3 on map 21, but I don't know the full score,
that could be worth a
unfortunately.
look.
But we can inspect which map that is actually. Is it the last one or is it not? Uh, Match 5. Oh, this is the last map. So they are tied 2-2. And there's, yeah, 3-3 in rounds currently.
Let me know when it is safe for me to join.
And it's gonna be a match point for Spain in about 20 seconds. Unless
I will
Loco
join
or
then.
Linko. Yeah, unless Loco or Linko make a mistake, but doesn't look like it. A bit of a radiocast classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can join.
Right, so this is catching the very, very end of a match. We have 5 seconds of drama with no build up at all. It is Slovenia versus Spain. Spain,
Map
a team
5.
that I don't think
4-3
we've
for
really seen a
Spain.
lot of. Yep.
Yeah, I assumed so. It's really good to showcase them at least that short of time, although this round looks very much in favor of Slovenia for the first half. So we might be
Yeah.
going down to the very last round to decide this match.
Yeah. I mean, Spain have actually had a very impressive day. Yesterday they lost their first 2 matches. And since then, I think they've won 3 on the bounce.
Okay.
They've really kind of turned it around.
We've seen a mistake from Nates which would have sealed the fate for Slovenia, but James hugging the wall on the outside of the drift means Nate is able to get 5th, and we are going into the GL territory of BO1 to decide this match.
Yep. Feel like we've just done, we're just like watching a football highlights where they just show the one goal at the very end. That's 90 plus 2 or something. But
Yeah.
anyway, we get underway here with the last round of this match. Whichever team wins has a chance of getting Division 1.
James is falling a bit through the first half of the track. Finds himself 8 tenths down behind his compatriot Loco.
Oh, Nate
Loco
losing a lot of speed though.
It's losing a lot of speed, yeah. And this
Oh,
might be it because Loco looks to be untouchable. He's also definitely the fastest in this match. He drove 53.0 just when I joined. And this looks to be maybe even a sub. Yeah, this is a sub. This is a pace that Spain needed from the race to secure the match victory. And so they
yeah.
do.
That is unfortunate for Slovenia, unfortunate for Nate in particular.
Wait, no, Tana? What? Wait. Did I look? Oh, I looked at the wrong match. I'm so sorry.
What's the score?
I caught the I don't know. I caught the wrong. Wrong pig bun.
It is 2-2 and we...
I'm sorry.
Oops. Oops. No one was watching.
Where is their
Definitely.
pig bun? Slovenia, Spain. Now we're 2-2.
Yep. I can confirm that we are going on to map 10, which is frankly terrifying as the decider.
Nothing happened. We didn't cast that as if it was
Yep.
a deciding round.
Yep, no, absolutely not. We were talking about the drama and the importance of how much you fight for that one map in the best
Yeah.
of 5, not entire thing. That said, that feel for Slovenia a bit there. It was so close to being
Yeah.
able to book their way out. But unfortunate mistake from Nate's cost them.
Well, we have 4 Spanish players warming up. Let's see what that's about. Or even 5? I think only James isn't. Do you think they're deciding on the fly who's gonna play?
I'm never sure. Some people just warm up for the sake of it, even if it doesn't mean anything. I know I did. But hopefully it means they're going to field 3 players and not any more or less, as we've seen a few times, unfortunately. So, yeah, I'll keep an eye out for any more results that come in the meantime. Haven't seen anything.
Russia, Belgium. Oh, that's you probably already read it.
I'm not sure I did. Well, Russia beat Belgium too.
Oh, the Netherlands Estonia match was actually quite close on the maps. Just ended
Yeah.
in an unfortunate 3-0.
Yeah, easily
But
could have gone
Estonian
another
side,
way.
yeah, Estonian side putting up a good fight. So good for them. We get the third caster on this match again. Waiting for Ryan to join. Or Mertz perhaps from the Danish side. Anyways, we are live with Loco, Hapereska, and Linko leading the way for Spain, and Nate's, Supingo, and Manta. And Nate's unfortunately went a bit too side ramp on the side ramp, and also now a bit
Ooh,
too
bye,
low
Supingo.
jump on the slow jump. And Supingo also dying in the process means Loco will be very, very safe to secure the round victory for his country.
Yeah, look, absolutely rapid that round as well compared to the rest of the pack. So, yeah, easy first round win there for Spain. I've left warm up screen on.
You did.
Yep. Been a long couple of days.
Oh, now 2 Spanish players catching the worst end of the side ramping shenanigans. Supingo clipping the
Supingo.
low jump. But Manta is pretty confidently in the lead. I don't think Linko can challenge, especially not with this line where she had to release quite a bit. But Loco in third, Supingo in fourth, and Hapereska in fifth means it's actually going to be another round victory for Spain.
Yeah, Supingo making a pretty costly mistake. It's one thing to crash from a part where everyone crashes because it's a bit of a lottery, but crash there is rough. Especially when it's going to go and cost your team a round, as they could easily have got third without it. Supingo gets the
Supingo
slowdown,
and
as
Loco,
does Loco. As
and
does
Linko also crashes.
Linko. Yep, she gets a clip. Well,
Supingo ahead of Linko is what matters now, because then the fight for the lead between Hapereska and Manta doesn't really matter, and Linko is 2 seconds behind Supingo, so I don't think it's gonna change anytime soon. And yes, she comes in last. And this will be the first point for Slovenia on the board.
Yeah, keeping themselves in it on this match. It's such a strange map. It's really just, you gotta hope there's a bit of
Everyone's
luck on your
surviving.
side. But yeah, everyone
Yeah.
survives the ramp cut, so we got a very competitive round. It's Pingo.
And everyone's surviving the low jump.
I know. Yeah, it's Pingo leading the way for the time being. Bo gets a dodgy landing. Loco overtakes. Fresca is there as well. So that'll be a point going the way of Spain. And Slovenia need to get it together now. They're running out of opportunities. 2 more rounds and it could be all over for them. Shot at getting into Division 1. So
4 players going for the side ramp. I think one of them slowed down. Yeah, it's Loco and Hapareska also clipping the transition to the black platform. So it's Linko against the Free Slovenians. I don't think she can do a lot about this.
no, this round will be going way of Slovenia, despite Manta losing a bit of speed there. So, you know, I said
That's
Slovenia
bingo
need
with
to
a point
start
four.
pulling anything
Pretty
out they
nicely.
have. That's definitely it. This could come right down to the wire here.
Look, I think got another slowdown. Yeah, he did. Not the greatest of starts for Spain. Also, I'm not buying the fact that they are riding the wall right instead of cutting it inside. As Linka also has to release a lot after the drift, and this looks like the ace for Slovenia. And Sapingo with another point for, he definitely picked up his pace, and it's much needed for Slovenia.
Yeah, well, I said that I thought, you know, Slovenia were gonna run out of opportunities. Well, they've brought some opportunities back. Momentum is on their side a bit, and they, you know, we're down to a best of 3 now. That's all that matters. 3 rounds. Win 2 of them, and you're almost certainly in Division 1. Who will
Everyone's
come out
surviving
on
the
top?
everyone's surviving the starts. Hapareska and Loco about 2/10 of an advantage over the Slovenian side.
Oh, yeah,
But
Fresca
Hapareska
loses a
with a,
ton of speed.
yeah, that's not a line you want to be taking. And also Supingo will snipe Loco in the end to give Slovenia the match point, which is pretty unlikely. Like at the start of this map, you wouldn't say this would go this way.
Yeah, I mean, certainly when it was 3-1 in favour of Spain, I wasn't expecting, you know, 3 points on the bounce for Slovenia, and then getting themselves to match point on the last match of their Swiss. Are they all going to
and Loco
survive?
with a very wonky landing. It's
Uh,
looking dicey. Lenko clipping Hapareska, the only one, but I think he's also a bit too slow. And yeah, Slovenians
Yeah.
look to just drive home information.
Yeah.
Sapingo with a bit wonky landing, but it doesn't really matter. They just need to drive into the finish. The slowest of the Slovenians, 30.7. Very nice pace from the team, and very deserved victory on the bounce.
Yeah. Spain really pushed them for it, you know, taking map number 4 right at the death, and then extending out 2 3-point lead on this one. But it still wasn't enough to stop Slovenia. They will go 4 wins, 2 losses from their Swiss stage, which I think they will be happy with.
Yeah.
So I'll see if we've had any more results so far.
No, we haven't.
None.
So there's Wales, England 2, Romania, Netherlands 3, and Latvia, Germany that we are missing.
Are any of these in a position where it's going to massively affect their England 2 could potentially be in a bit of trouble.
I think the Romania-Netherlands match might be over very soon. They
Okay.
are writing the score updates in the chat and in their channel chat, and they are in map 5, and they ended map 4 8 minutes ago. So
Yeah. In which case, I'm not sure how much there is to try and hop in and spectate there.
I'm gonna quickly inspect how it looks like for the Wales
Yeah, have a look at
England
Wales, England
matchup.
too. To be honest, I know a
Um,
lot of those players, and they're probably just messing about. To be honest,
yeah.
I would not be shocked to join the lobby and see both teams driving backwards. You know.
Oh, they're 1-1 on the map, and it's map number 5.
Oh, we can definitely hop into that. Which check which lobby they're in, and
They're lobby 7. I will tell you when to join. As we have a probable round victory for English lineup. I presume only across there from the Wales side to challenge for it, and yeah, you can join now. But they are rapid on the track. We are on map 17, and Matt drove 52.3. Manscape Track drove 52.4.
I will say as a region, we do produce an oddly high number of good dirt players. I don't know why.
Dirt Country Championship one.
Yeah, we will get into what is left of this match. We have England 2 versus Wales. Perhaps a bit of a grudge match. All these players know each other quite well. So on the England 2 side, we have Archie Looker, Manskip Truck, and Matt T. I'd say Matt T is definitely the scariest name out of that lot. And on the Welsh side, we have Upad, Acros, and Louis. This round going the way of 52-3. That's a...
Yeah, another 52-3 in a row for Matti. Pretty consistent and fast. One thing that makes the spectating this match a bit harder is the fact that all of them are repping the Union flag.
Yeah. I would love to put a plea out to Nadeo of please allow for, Scottish, Welsh, and English flags as options.
Can we also plant someone in there so they can put walls in instead of the Wales flag?
Yes, please. It needs to be the official flag of Wales.
Ooh, Archie Looker with a massive mistake now.
Yeah, that drops Archie down into 6th.
Matti again in the front. Ooh, the server is lagging a bit, or
the server's not
two
lagging.
players.
We're showing off the better Welsh internet here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Lupat's line at the very end leaves a lot to desire.
Yeah, it's not great. Skip Truck getting Louis at the last second, and that tiny, 25 millisecond difference does end up giving England 2 the round, and I think that's probably going to be how this all wraps up, to be honest. Matt T has looked kind of untouchable.
Yeah, he definitely did. Across calling the GG early, I'm not sure I agree with that. I see no lags behind. Ooh, Camera Louis with a touch on the entry to the outside dirt. Across driving with in front of the pack with the number 5 on his car is not giving the best overview. Yeah, it's on Lupa to try and join across at the front, but we know with this end line, it's gonna be very, very hard to overtake either Manscape or Track or Matt, and also
This
across
goes full
touching the
inside.
dirt. Yeah, touching the dirt border is just letting Matti into the front, and that's map and the match wrapped up for England too.
Indeed. I'm fairly certain that we'll probably put England 2 into Division 2. I'm not sure where Wales will end up. But we've got to have almost all of the results in. Germany 2, Latvia is in. So I think
Yeah, this is literally no. This is the second last match. Romania Netherlands is also not filled in yet. But I would assume that they just finished with. Good question. Who took the victory? I think it's gonna be Netherlands, considering the score updates were only from their side, and it reads 5-1, 4-5, 5-2, 2-5, 5-4. But we need to wait and see in the match results channel for it. Latvia beating Germany too. Oh, sorry, Germany won. That's interesting. I don't think you would ever expect German squads to be 1-5 after the Swiss stage.
No, they're definitely running a weak squad. So, I mean, on the other hand, it's good seeing new players trying to
They are
trying
running
their
a
hand
weak
at
squad, but
TSCC.
yes, they are running a weak squad, sure, but still, Germany has such a big
It's still a
player
shame.
base.
Yeah.
It is a bit of an upset.
Sure. I'm just waiting for the last few results to be entered into tournament so that I can show off how the scoreboard looks. We're only waiting on 2 more results to go in. Being Netherlands 3 versus Romania and England 2 versus Wales. Once those are in, I can show off the scoreboard and see who we're going to have in each division. In fact, Division 1 will be locked in because none of the teams remaining are challenging this time around.
Yeah, and 4-2 looks to be the exact cutoff for Division 1.
Yeah. So, yeah, we can go into the scoreboard. Where we can see Netherlands 1 has topped the Swiss stage, 6 victories out of 6. Going team to run flawless. England 1 go 5-1. Them beating everyone other than the Netherlands, who they lost to. Finally, we then get all the 4-2 teams. So those are Denmark, Turkey, Estonia, Slovenia, Netherlands 2, and France. So yeah, below that, we're still waiting on a couple more results to come in. The teams it's likely
Exactly
to affect
one.
are
Which
Wales, England
might
2.
put
Wales,
it
England
might
2
put
hasn't been put in.
Romania.
Yeah.
I'm confused. Romania has 5 matches played, and their
2-2.
win loss is 2-2.
Yeah, I spotted this earlier. There might be a little jostling that happens in this part of the table.
They should definitely be 2-3. I don't.
Refresh. I want to cry from Ulim. That's horrible. That's rough. Yeah, I've just seen results of Netherlands 3, Romania. It's 5-4 on map 5. That's how it goes sometimes. If it's any consolation, I once lost a match that we were 2 maps up in, and we lost it, 3 maps to 2. 5-4 on the last match against Romania. So it goes both ways. But yeah, that's really rough when that happens. That does give all of the results in. And I don't think that's going to lead to much jostling around in terms of positions. I think we're going to see England 2 get up into Division 2 and then Wales and below into Division 3. So those are your teams. That is how the Swiss stage has gone. And we will be
Wales
back.
is actually Div 2, no?
Wales lost.
Yeah, but they are 15th. Or
But their match
my...
match only just ended, so it hasn't been put in yet.
No, it
Like-
it has.
Are you
Like, refresh.
Oh. Aha. How's that happened? Well, I apologize.
Oh, and now also Netherlands Romania match is being, has been put in. I'm not getting that refresh, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
that has now been put in. So apologies, Wales actually do make it into Division 2, and the as 2 and 4 becomes a scoreline that just about works. But the unfortunate teams to go 2 and 4 and not make it in are Latvia, Netherlands 3, Russia, and Romania. So that is it. Those are your final rankings, and yeah, we will be back next weekend to take you through the knockout stages of TSCC. It'll be 1 p.m. Central European Time, 12 p.m. GMT, if you're like me. If you're anywhere else, I'm sorry, I don't know the time zone conversions.
we need the Discord timestamp.
Yeah. No, we just use cup of a day time zone. It's 6 hours
True.
before cup of a day. Everyone knows that.
COTD -6.
Yep, so be here, COTD -6. And we will catch you for the first section of the playoffs. Thank you for joining, and we will see you soon.